more has to be done in order for that child to be a natural-born.
It's all kinds of paperwork you got to fill out, man.
Right? You don't just declare, "Hey, the child that I gave birth to, by the father of which is a Canadian citizen, the place in which I gave birth to this child is Canada. But, I'm a citizen. I was a U.S. citizen. I live in Canada now, whatever. But you know what? Because of the U.S. law, this is now a natural-born U.S. citizen? I mean, what if did she become a Canadian citizen at any point during this time? I mean, there's lots of questions. It's, what if somebody back in the 30s, what if some woman in the 30s left America to become a Nazi?
Right. Well, I mean,
she's in Germany. She joins the Nazi party. Her husband is a Nazi, so she's a Nazi. Her husband's a Nazi, but she was a U.S. citizen. She did not file anything formal to renounce her U.S. citizenship. She gives birth to one of those little Hitler children, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy that's going to grow up and become part of the Third Reich.
Right.
But he's eligible to become president?
Right. That's just, I don't get that. Okay,
what are we talking about here?
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so let's. I don't want to beat up the birther thing too much. I think we've really laid the case that it's so questionable it's not even funny. That's flat out. Okay. It should
at least feel troubling to you when you do these little thought experiments that we do. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. So Marco Rubio, neither one of his parents were citizens. Okay.
Yikes.
With that being said, George H.W. Bush, B-Dub, G-Dub. He has a son.
Wait, is it H.W.? Okay.
Yeah, G-Dub Bush. He has a son.
No, George H. Walker, the senior. George H. Walker Bush. H.
Okay.
Kind of like Jesus H. Christ.
Wow! Wow, now that we have thoroughly disenfranchised all our white evangelicals. There's a man by the name of Neil Bush. He's the son who, back in the 90s, defrauded U.S. taxpayers out of $1.5 billion. Check this out.
How did this not come out during the G-Dub? Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, check this out. Neil Bush was the head of a savings and loan company. He made loans to friends of his in the tunes of hundreds of millions of dollars. And those loans went into default. They went bad. Okay, his security and loan company went bankrupt and was seized by the feds. Now, what nobody talks about is during the bailout, the federal government dumped $500 billion in bailout money to savings and loan companies. And Neil Bush, well, he walked away with a $100,000 personal loan that he made to himself through his own company that he never had to pay back. And the taxpayers shelled out $1.5 billion to his company.
Wow, that sucks.
Okay, guess what he's doing nowadays?
I'd love to hear this.
Ted Cruz was looking for a new finance campaign manager, and he elected Neil Bush.
He put the guy who failed at the number crunching.
No, sorry, Kerry, you're wrong. He succeeded. He made
what?
He made the money appear. He found the money, and he didn't go to jail for it.
He's a money guru.
Yes. And the name of the company, if you want to look it up, name of the company is called Silverado Savings and Loans. Silverado Savings and Loans.
I thought, see, this is breaking news to me. When I heard about the Neil Bush thing, I just thought that he just became like a volunteer for his campaign or something. I didn't know that they made him the financial guru.
Yeah.
That's so dirty.
I
gotta go scrub off with some pumice.
I know I need to find more pumice rock. I'm all out after this week.
Some lava soap.
Yeah, much to do with the lava soap. I am fresh.
Oh my gosh,
fresh out. So so that was the breaking news this week, that he joins Ted Cruz's campaign. So a Bush family member, is now part of Ted Cruz's campaign.
And in the place, I mean, it's what is that? That's like, how do you hire somebody who's failed at the specific task that you're hiring him for? I mean, what are they thinking? This is the kind of stuff that we need to worry about if he becomes the nominee, and forget nominee, if he gets elected president, if he wins the presidency, he's going to have to fill all kinds of cabinet positions. And when you pick Neil Bush to be your finance guy for your campaign, you know what he's picking him for. He's like, this is a Bush name. Right. Think of the politics involved in this. This will be great. We got a Bush, all the people that loved G-Dub and George H. Walker Bush, all the establishment Republicans, they're going to love this. It's a complete this is the kind of political corruption that so many Cruz supporters would agree with me that this is the kind of stuff that we're sick of.
Right.
You can't he literally is picking somebody who is vastly inferior for his position that he's picking in order to possibly score some political points and pick up some votes from maybe a certain demographic that he otherwise wouldn't have.
Right.
But we're talking about running the government the best way possible. I kind of like the JFK model of going out and finding the very best and very brightest in each of the positions of the cabinet when you become president. And, that's how we got Robert McNamara and stuff like that, and just all the best people in all the cabinet positions. And that was something really cool,
Right.
And Cruz is like, his name's Bush, and he's actually related to him? Oh, this is a huge coup,
right.
Really.
Right. No.
Why don't you pick the best finance guy for your campaign? Why can't you do that?
And it doesn't have to be a name drop. And that's funny.
Yeah.
I just thought about this when I was at the campaign today. People that were trying to sneak in the VIP entrance, the media credential entrance, they would bum rush the door, and that was my position. I was there to kind of ward people off, the first tier of defense, if you will. No, this is the wrong place. You need to go that way.
You were doing the exact same thing as you did in Columbus?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
It's pretty cool. And people would bum rush me and name drop. I'm like,
oh no.
Yeah, I'm like, she's like, yeah, I'm with Ted Portman. I'm with Portman campaign and Sally Struthers and Rick Santorum and she's like, I'm like, huh? Who?
Here's a selfie I took with Alan West at the dinner a couple of months ago.
Right, right. Oh, don't look at. Yeah,
they're like scrolling through their smartphone on different pictures they've taken.
I'm like, hey, isn't that Black Lives Matter? Oh yeah, I was just trying to get in that campaign one time too. No, that has nothing to do with this one.
What? Is this an ISIS video of you? Are you an ISIS?
No. That was
unibrow, dude.
That was just propaganda. I was trying to get people to dislike ISIS.
No, I was just trolling, dude.
I was trolling. Right. So then, okay, Salon.com, and I'm dredging up all the dirt on Rubio and Cruz, and Salon.com is a hater of anything conservative, Republican, and they're outspoken.
Salon.com and is kind of like MotherJones.com. They're
the gay version.
They are the most pure. Yeah, they're the most pure form of communist propaganda that you will ever find outside of Moscow.
Right, but Salon.com is the gay version of Mother Jones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're outspoken.
By gay, you mean happy. They're like real happy.
Outspokenly happy. Rainbows and sunshine happy. Right?
Okay.
So here's the title of their article. The Marco Rubio Postmortem. How a supposedly ready-made GOP nominee crashed and burned.
Okay. So are they preempting the Florida primary election?
They are. And I'm just only going to read the first sentence because this sums up the whole article. Obviously, it's an opinion piece, but they may be, it's all tongue-in-cheek, but there may be truth to it.
Well, hold on a second. You said opinion piece. Let me tell you something about Salon. There is no journalism there.
It's all opinion.
Well, it's not even opinion. Like, when you lie, is it right or wrong to characterize your lie as an opinion?
Well, yeah, if your opinion is lies count, lies matter. Gay lies matter. Gay lies matter. What if I said to a woman, "Well, you look beautiful today," or do I look fat in these jeans? Of course not. Of course not. Is that really an opinion? Yeah, especially if you're lying.
Okay, all right, I'll go with you on that.
So the first sentence is, and this is from Gay Lies Matter, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come not to praise Marco Rubio, dear God, never, ever that, but to bury him, and then to salt the earth in the hope that he will never, ever come back.
Okay, that was the start of it.
That's the first line of this. Well, it's like 3 paragraphs long. It just
it sounds like pure journalistic integrity going on there.
Oh, without a doubt. So it's funny though how these Gay Lives Matter have really come out to bash Marco Rubio.
But you said gay lives matter. Is it really a thing, or are you just joking?
No, gay lies. Lies. Lies.
Oh, gay lives matter.
Right.
Okay, because that website's gay?
Yes, outspokenly.
Okay.
They're happy. They're rainbows and sunshine.
And I never heard of gay lives matter. I think that's pretty interesting. Okay.
According to Gary Legum, who writes this a piece, the whole thing about Marco Rubio now, folks, I'm telling you right now, the wheels have come off his caboose. He's in a tailspin. Tom Cruise is pulling the eject for the canopy to come off, and Marco Rubio is old boy in the back seat, and he doesn't make it. Sorry.
Goose.
Marco Rubio is Goose.
He got Goose.
He got Goose.
Wow. So here's the thing about...
Well, look
for those of you...
Oh, go
ahead.
I was going to say, look at the poll numbers. Look at the poll numbers coming up the floor.
Well, let's explain it to everybody, though. And, I mean, this stuff is easily forgotten. Marco Rubio, I think the end was blatantly obvious when he came out and said, if you're in Ohio, please vote for Kasich.
Oh, he did.
Vote for Kasich in Ohio.
Because I can't win Ohio, but I know Kasich could. And we'll steal it. We'll steal it from Trump.
I mean, it's kind of like a roundabout thing. You know, character is very important to me, and it's something that I like to teach children. It's like one of the most important things to teach children about character. And the definition of character, in a nutshell, is to be doing what is right even when nobody's looking.
Right.
And character-wise, it kind of reminds me of what he ended up doing behind closed doors with the Gang of Eight, which is just pretty much, hey, we need amnesty. We need to ignore U.S. country sovereignty, and we need to just view America as this big national park which everybody in the world